Welcome back, Todd Federman from Montclair State. In this video, we're going to look at tables inside of PowerPoint. Tables can be very difficult to present because sometimes they have a lot of information and it can be very confusing, and there are ways that you can modify tables to make them much easier to understand. Let's get started. Tables can be a direct route to death by PowerPoint. By the way, this effect where I'm burying the text box and it's disappearing. Let me show you how I did that. I'm going to do a Control A. And what you see is there's a rectangle here hiding the information. And there was a motion animation. There was a motion animation on the rectangle. It was flying in. It's actually a fly-in animation, and it flew in from the right, and it just kept going. All right, let's take a look at good and bad tables. The table on the left has a white border. You can't make out the difference between the lines, between the columns and the rows. The title is way too long. Font's not quite big enough, and all the data is revealed at once. On the right-hand side, you've got the same table, but it's much more user-friendly. The title has been shortened. What happens if you have a $120 budget? Much bigger font, so you can read it, and only one line of information is revealed. You can then talk about what happens if you take all your money and buy DVDs. By revealing one line of information at a time, you can get your audience focused in where you want them. You can hide the data with shades, and then you have the shades exit by using fade out, wipe, or fly out. I've revealed the second row, and the third row, and all the rest of the data. Let's go to normal mode and see what's going on. Here you see there's tons of exit animations. You don't see the shades yet, so let me do a Control A. Look at all this information over here. Let me grab all of these by clicking and dragging. These were shades that were hiding the information. Which, by the way, if I want to put the shades back, all I have to do is a Control Z, undo. All right, let's practice by working with tables. Tables are created by using the Insert tab. There is a table group. When you click Table, you see a palette that will let you determine the size of the table that you want to insert onto the page, onto the slide. All right, let's insert a 2x3 table. And because the default is white borders, let's change them to black. So I'm going to go to Insert, Table. I'm going to do 2x3 and let go. It created a 2x3 table for me. But the borders are white. So now I'm going to select the table. I want to change the borders to black. So I'm going to go to Design. I'm going to go to Borders, and I'm going to select all borders. And now I've got a table with black borders. It is much easier to see columns and rows. Much easier to see than having white borders. Hope you enjoyed this very brief video on tables, how you insert a table, how you can turn the borders black. There's a lot more to do on tables. You can do a couple of hours of research and practice. If you're interested and you use a lot of tables, please feel free to contact me. My email address is on the screen. Take care. I hope you get a chance to see the rest of the videos.